and thank you all so much for joining me today. Today we are doing the weekly forecast for October 28th through November the 3rd. We are going to be using the Spirit Keepers Tarot Vitruvian Edition by Annabelle Wynn. Love these cards. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started by clearing out any negative energy that may be existing. Okay, what do you have for us this week, Spirit? October 28th through November the 3rd. Okay, Spirit. October 28th, November 3rd. Okay, one more time. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Card number 1. What spirit will be most present this week? The Scarlet Shield. He, the King of Swords, is a shorn one, a warrior priest who shall be your formidable line of defense as you charge forth confidently to face your battles. When the Scarlet Shield appears to you, he is making his presence known so that you might go forth into combat, taking your stand with might and confidence. When the Scarlet Shield appears, it is time for you to stand your ground, hold your position, and this warrior priest is here, ready to face the fight with you. The Scarlet Shield is not about attaining new knowledge, but rather it is about blocking distractions so that you can deepen your understanding of the knowledge you have already acquired. The Scarlet Shield is the key to transforming knowledge into experience and insight into outcome. Encoded into the Scarlet Shield's imagery is the story of Judith beheading Holofernes. You undertake what others are not willing to do, and you do so for those you love and towards a greater good. The plight of others move you to take on a martial persona. The message from the Queen of Swords is echoed in the words of my great-great-uncle George Bernard Shaw. Doing what needs to be done may not make you happy, but it will make you great. The design on the Scarlet Shield the angelic power holds up features an ornamental Mesoamerican style mosaic mask made of precious stones of gold, silver, turquoise, obsidian, serpentine, amethyst, opal, and talismanic designs of chamali, or defensive armament. The head imagery at the base of the shield is also a subtle reference to the head of Holofernes and the biblical story of Judith, which is often associated with the Queen of Swords. Above the mosaic mask is the depiction of an eagle devouring a serpent, an important divine omen of establishing dominion under the blessings of the gods. This shield as a talisman confers the power of intellection, victory, and fortuitous good luck in all defensive battles. Behind the angelic power is a wall of adobe mud brick, one of the earliest building construction materials in global history, symbolic of methodical discipline behind the power. The strongest of protection and defense, an ensuring barrier to entry so that what does not belong in the landscape of the keeper's inner universe shall not enter. Here, the angelic power and Queen of Swords takes on features of indigenous American cultures in his revelation to you. At the bottom right, in the foreground by the shield, is a machahatuli, a sword-like weapon from Mesoamerican civilizations consisting of sharpened obsidian blades. The angelic power is dressed as a shorn one from Aztec warrior culture, wearing golden Tahazili armor that identifies the power's high rank. The headdress he wears indicates his priesthood, nobility, and prestige. The tattoos on his sword arm denote his victories. Card number 2. What is in my highest interest to make this week's priority? The Magus. This is a primordial mark of creation and of logos. The Magus is the personification of creative thought. When this key appears to you, the call to action is exercising the powers of your mind, and you will achieve your greatest potential. The Magus appears to you now to help you manifest discipline and focus towards mastery over your own innate talents. Never forget, you have the capability to manifest your thoughts into reality. That is the divinity in man and the powers embedded within your spirit. Along the four corners of the card are the four gifts of the Magus. In the top left is the alchemical symbol for Mercury. This is your genius defined. Bottom left is salt. This is the fertile earth that gives you nourishment. Bottom right is sulfur. This is the fire that breathes passion into your spirit. To the top right is water. This is the love that gives you strength. Mercury, salt, and sulfur are the tria prima of alchemy, but water unites them, brings synthesis so that the philosopher's stone can be attained. The only symbol that touches the intertwined serpent of wisdom is the symbol for Mercury. Mercury stands in for the mind. Water is power, salt is matter, sulfur is energy. Through the mind and mentalism, the Magus can also have power, matter, and energy, control over the other three. Mercury is also the astrological correspondence for Key 1. The Magus personifies the Hermetic principle of mentalism. The message to you is this. The all is mind. The mind is all. What transpires across the material landscape of the universe is also connected to the astral landscape within your mind. Will your control over one, and you can will your control over the other. When the Magus has called to you, find the method of control over your circumstances through the control over your own mind. Key 1 is also connected to the work of specialized trades, economics, or merchantry, of cultural exchange, or information exchange. This card bodes well for commerce. The Magus is the touchdown point of divinity in man, when the divine unconscious will becomes the conscious personal will. The card is emblematic of the powers of spirit. As above, so below. Worldly knowledge is psychic knowledge. What you master inside of you, you will also master beyond you. And card number 3. What do I need to be mindful of and prepare for? The Gardener. The Seven of Orbs expresses fiscal responsibility and deferred gratification, resisting the temptation of immediate reward and instead investing in the future for the harvesting of a much greater reward later. Thus, this is the key to success: stronger physical health and promotions. When the gardener appears to you, what you have invested will be returned in abundance back to you. The gardener is the nature spirit of low magic and the spirit of harvest. When the gardener appears, close by is the presence of Goddess. The Seven of Orbs card is a threshold, a special nexus point between the physical realm and the spirit realm. The gardener calls to mind the Magna Mater, the goddess Cybele, and she appears to you now to help you take what is formless matter within your mind and spirit to yield meritorious work product and a presentment of harvest. The gardener is also a spirit who oversees spellcrafting for financial gains, romance, and worldly success, and can be called upon to assist with the craft, utilizing herbs, stones, roots, oils, and the crafting of charms. The gardener appears to you when you are experiencing success unfulfilled. The Seven of Orbs is a liminal gateway between the states of consciousness. When this card appears to you, take time to visualize yourself entering the landscape of the card, and when you are there, the gardener's eyes open and you will hear words whispered to your inner ear. Receive the words with faith, reverence, and gratitude. Make your way towards the willow door. There will be a small door etched into its trunk. Open the door and reach inside without looking. Your fingers wrap around and grip an object, and when your hand re-emerges, look down to see what that object is. The very first visual that comes to mind, that immediate impression before you have had any moment to rationalize the visualization, is the object in your hand. Note what that object is. It is a symbol, a divine omen from the spirit realm that is a prophecy for what is to come, why you are here, and how best to navigate the present circumstances of your life path. By combining the cards from this week's forecast, I was able to come up with the I Ching of Lynna. This is spring is coming, an ascent to greatness, prosperity and gains to come, great benefits from completing the endeavor at hand. The divine light expands your power. After overcoming many obstacles, you are now ready to enjoy the dawn of success. As you reach your pinnacle, do not look down on those below you, and do not be arrogant. Use your abundance to protect your kingdom and those who are less fortunate. At the arrival of the 8th moon, beware of another's ominous intentions. You will enjoy an enduring period of success, but around the 8th month mark, the envy of others may trigger them to take malicious action against you, so be wary and careful. Okay, my loves, so this week is all about patience and cognitive intervention. Think before you speak. Yes, do stand your ground. This is it. You are dedicated to your success, and you will have your success. It is coming. In the meantime, watch what you say. Learn from other people's mistakes. And when you do reach your pinnacle of success, don't forget about those who gave you a hand up. Not a hand out, a hand up. Those who stayed with you along the way. Appreciate those and acknowledge them. I'm not saying be rude to those who didn't help you. I'm saying remember those who did. Like I said though, don't get antsy. It's going to take patience. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to be patient. It is coming. Also, I want to remind you once again, during this cognitive intervention, not only think before you speak, but when you catch yourself having negative thoughts, catch yourself and replace those negative thoughts with positive ones. The laws of the universe are just amazing, and what you put out is what you will get back. Don't say things like, I'm not good enough, my project isn't good enough. Say, you know what? It may take a little extra time, but I'm fucking awesome. Okay? Put out those positive vibes, and you'll get positivity in return. Cognitive intervention. Think, think, think. Use your head. I hope this forecast has resonated with you and will help lead you and guide you throughout the week. If you would like a more personal and in-depth reading, please go over to my website at www.conjureknits.com. I offer phone readings, video readings, and chat readings. Just click on one of the links at the top of the page. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for our Conjure crew and join us every Tuesday evening for coffee, cards, and conjure. I can't wait to see you there. I hope you all have an amazing week. Love you bunches.